That's the way that it goes. The streets are not your friend. The streets are a dark, black, cruel place to be for any human being out there. Shout out to all my YNs out there. Okay? I see y'all out here. And I know you got it rough right now. In this world that we live in, it's overflowing and overfilled with wickedness on all sides. You keep wanting to be out here in these streets. You keep wanting to be a thug. Keep wanting to be a gangster, a drug dealer, a mobster, mafioso. You want to be in a crew, a gang, a drug gang, a hitman gang. There's all kind of gangs out here in these streets. When you crap out in the streets, you're going to go to jail or you're going to go to hell. That's what happens when you lose, when you in the streets. You live in the street life. You live in a thug life. If you live in the street life, you live in a thug life, you a gangster, a drug dealer, a robber, a stick-up man, whatever you are. If you in the streets, because that's what everybody seems to wants to be now. Everybody wants to be a street nigga. I'm a street nigga. Like that's something good and something to be proud about. But look, I get it. I know what it was like. I used to be a YN myself, okay? For all y'all out there who don't know what this YN stuff is, that's what the young niggas are calling themselves these days. They call themselves YNs. You may have heard that terminology before. Like I said, I remember I used to be a YN myself. We wasn't calling it YN like that, but every now and again we would refer to ourselves as young niggas. But young niggas today, they call themselves YNs. These YNs are off the chain. All they want to do is rob, shoot, carjack, kick doors, home invasions. But if you a street nigga, if you a YN, you know about shooting dice. You know about gambling. You know what it's like when you crap out. Okay? Some of you out there, you never been around this kind of activity. You never been around, there's people, a lot of people on this channel, I'm sure, you never been around no thugs, no gangsters, street guys, street niggas, people who belong to gangs and groups who are involved with all kind of heinous activities. Many of you guys out there, you're not familiar with that, and that's a good thing, okay? But to all of you out there who are familiar with that kind of stuff, you know when you shoot dice, you're gambling. You know that when you roll a 7, and that is not your point, that means you crap out. When you crap out shooting dice, you lose your money. However much money you shooting dice for. Maybe $10, $5, maybe $1, maybe $100, maybe $1,000. Only the Most High knows what you are gambling with out there. But when you shooting dice, you shooting craps, and you crap out, that means you lose. You lose your money in a dice game. But when you crap out in the street life, when you are a drug dealer, a scammer, a thief, a pickpocketer, a robber, a hitman, when you crap out in the streets, you going to jail or you going to hell. Sometimes people go to both. Oh yeah, I'm talking to somebody out there. I know I'm not the only one who's known people who've went to jail. And as soon as they get out of jail, you only come home, get out of jail, only to be taken out very shortly thereafter. I've seen it. I know people that that's happened to. And I was like, dang, that Negro would have been better off in jail. At least he was still alive. I knew a guy like that. He was in jail. Got out. As soon as he got out, him and his best friend, both of them together at the same time. This is not a game. You know what happened? They crapped out. They was living the street life, the thug life. This particular guys I'm telling you about, one of them was a part-time drug dealer, part-time robber, part-time thief, part-time stick-up. And he just couldn't wait for his homeboy to get out of jail. His homeboy gets out of jail, I'm talking very shortly thereafter. Both of them get blicked out in a liquor store parking lot. And we know it was a setup. Okay? When you know, you know. Certain neighborhoods, if you guys don't know, to all my YNs out there, you niggas know what I'm talking about. Because a lot of you YNs out there are the ones doing this. You got older thugs and gangsters out here doing it too. And I'm not condoning it. But at least the older gangsters and the older thugs, they got some kind of morality, some kind of compass, some kind of honor, if you will. And don't get it twisted, Hebrews. I'm not saying that people who commit crime have honor. What I'm saying is there is an epidemic out here in these streets of everybody wanting to be a thug, a gangster, a killer, a robber, a pickpocketer, whatever, a scammer. People just want to be what they call street niggas. And I'm telling you, all you street niggas out there, all my YNs out there, you better remove yourself from this environment that you find yourself surrounded in. I don't care if you were one of the most gung-ho thugs in the neighborhood. It's time to make a change. If you don't make a change, you are going to get put to death. And I know you think you're tough. I know you think everybody's afraid of you. Everybody's not afraid of you, bruh. There's somebody out there who's going to take you out. If you won't change your ways, if you won't repent. This video is dedicated to all of the young thugs out there, all the young gangsters out there, all of the YNs out there who are living a street life, a thug life. Are you prepared to crap out? Are you prepared to crap out in the street life? And you know what that means. And if you don't know what it means, even though I know you already know what it means because you're in the streets. If you're in the streets, you know what's out here. When you crap out, and I'm telling you right now, keep playing the street life game. Keep playing that game. Just like shooting dice in real life. Nobody keeps winning the whole dice game. At some point, you're going to crap out. But at least in the dice game, you get to walk away with your life. Sometimes. Because we also know a lot of dice games. See, this is why we shouldn't be out in the streets shooting dice. Because a lot of dice games don't end in a peaceable, orderly fashion. Rest in peace to all the brothers out there all over America who lost their lives and got snuffed out in the middle of a dice game. Rest in peace to one of my homies from the hood, from the turf. Lost his life in a dice game. You guys know when you shooting dice, arguments break out every 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes every 60 seconds. And you know if you out here in the street shooting dice, every single time an argument breaks out, somebody could be that close to being unalived. You know how it goes. Can't make this up. Rest in peace to the homie. Got into an argument with another guy. Don't ever be in these streets. If you a person that likes to gamble, you like to shoot dice out here in these streets, I'm telling you right now, give it up. It ain't worth it, Hebrew. And you might not know that you a Hebrew. You a Hebrew. It ain't worth it. My homeboy got into an argument with a nigga, with a savage. Because that's all that's out here in these streets. It's savages out here. My homeboy got into an argument with a savage. Y'all know how it is. Dice in the dice game, arguments happen all the time. And any one of those arguments could end with somebody backing out with the gym jam. My homeboy gets into an argument. Once again, streets of DC, middle of the night. Southeast Washington, D.C. My homeboy know better. He's from D.C. He's from Southeast. So you know what? He had a false sense of security thinking that it can't happen to him. I'm from the city. I'm from Southside. No. The streets do not love you, homies. That's why I'm making this video dedicated to all the young niggas out there, to all the YNs out there, to all of the savages out there, all the drug dealers, the stick-up men, the hitters, as the young niggas like to call themselves. Leave the street life alone, bruh. I know you think it's cool, but what happens when you crap out? See, your big homies ain't telling you that part. Your big homies don't even know. A lot of you, some of you niggas got big homies out there, they crapped out. They went to jail or they went to hell. Are you prepared to crap out in these streets? Because if you stay in the street life long enough, you keep playing the street game long enough, just like dice, at some point, you're going to roll the wrong number and then it's going to be lights out. Turn back to the Most High God. Give up your street, your thuggish ways. I know that you think it's cool. I know that everybody glamorizes it. I know that it seems like in the black community, niggas don't care about nothing else except being a thug. That's because you've been cursed. To all my young niggas out there, you got a curse on you and you don't even know it. Your God is very angry with you. To all my young niggas out there. To all of my drill rappers, all of my drillers, my hitters, the niggas that like to do home invasions and drive-bys. Your God is very angry with you. That's why he's causing many of you to be unalived. That's why niggas is shooting at you every other weekend, every other day. The Most High is very angry with you. It's because of your street lifestyle. This video is a plea to all of the young niggas out there. I know a lot of y'all not going to listen because you wild, you're crazy, and you think that everybody is afraid of you, which they're not. There's niggas out there just as crazy as you, and they ready to bang out too, just like you. But some of y'all, you're going to have to continue to learn the hard way by getting unalived. That's how many of you are going to know that our God is upset with you, because he's going to have you unalived. And then he's going to get you in the invisible world. And then you're gonna start to understand some of the stuff that I'm trying to tell you now. But you can't hear me now because you're a drug dealer. You're a robber. You're a thief. You're a pickpocketer. You're a pimp. I'm telling you, cut it out. Renounce the street life. Turn your back on the streets because the streets don't love you. Many of you your family's gonna lose you to the streets. You ain't no different from the thugs that came before you, young nigga. I hope that this video gets to somebody out there and saves one of you YNs from crashing out here in these streets. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope that there's a young nigga out there somewhere who's going to listen to this video. And don't worry about people saying, oh man, he's soft. He's a weirdo. He doesn't want to shoot people anymore. You don't need to be around people like that. You don't have to shoot people to be cool. You're actually a demon if you're out here doing that kind of stuff. And somewhere out there, there's a young nigga who's watching this. You know what I'm saying is true. But you don't know. You don't know how you're going to survive if you turn your back on the streets. I'm telling you, if you make a genuine effort to leave your street life behind and you turn to the God of the Old Testament, look, you might not even know how to do that. Guess what? I'm your big brother. I will show you. I will help you. But you got to make the decision that you want to change. I'm talking to all the young niggas out there. If you are a YN, if you are a thug, a so-called gangster, drug dealer, robber, shooter, hitter, whatever, and you want to make a change in your life, hey, go down in the comment section and let me know, bruh. And I will get, look, my email is glorytoyah1121@gmail.com. That's glory, TOYAH1121@gmail.com. Hit me with an email, young nigga, and I'll chop it up with you. See what we can do to help you leave these streets alone before you crap out and you gotta go to jail or you gotta go to hell. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, family. If you got some young niggas in your family, in your neighborhood, you want them, you're concerned about them. You know that they thugs, they wild, they crazy. Send them to this video. I'll deal with them because I love them. Just like I love everybody who took the time to watch this video. I'm out.